Hello and welcome back to my Sunday morning, where as a German, a first proper shove down something nice and hot and greasy, just the way I like my beer here. I truly burned for this job. After that, a few typical Bavarian dance moves. Oops, not that. And then I'm kindly reminded by our Chancellor Friedrich Merz that from now on the 80-hour work week applies and that I should get my ass to work. Alright, so let's look for a lobby. I don't want to do everything solo from the start, so I join the group and pretend I helped. Premium time fraud. Annoying. Fine, I just host and let the others join me. Quickly switch to scout to flex that I'm gold 1. First mission, collect eggs and wipe out an endangered species of blue flies. No problem, as a German from Mecklenburg, I've got experience with that. Of course I mean the collecting eggs, you animal. That's a reference to the strong agriculture in MV, not that I'm right wing, just because I'm from the east. As welcome, I immediately get puked on. Judging by that, it was probably Mexican food. That stuff explodes even when it comes back up. Naturally, I sent the unpaid intern named Bosco to work. After all, I've got a gold rank, you rusty tin can. First egg found, here comes the welcome committee, followed by the reason why that uncatchable fly in your room and the spider in the corner should never have sex, because this is what comes out of it. Quickly made a new friend after attacking him and then dramatically threatening him with my hand. I've truly mastered making friends. After more exploration, I find this huge room with about 1000 enemies. The problem, after a swarm I'm down to 25% ammo, so I quickly tell the intern to get me some coffee, I mean the nitro over there, so I can call in supplies. Supply drop called in, and like a complete idiot, I run through 2 electric shocks caused by my own arrows, but I still make short work of the enemies. Next egg. Did that bother someone? Okay, as long as it's just that genetic mistake over there, we're good. Then I find some loose change from Friedrich Merz, must have slipped out of his pocket. Since all good things come in free, that pipe cleaner over there really thinks he can do it. Being the nice guy I am, I bring him back to reality with a few bullets, but don't notice the exploder in front of me. Ouch. While I'm collecting some beer ingredients, the intern brings me an egg. Did I thank him? No. Did I take the credit? Yes. Will I do it again? Absolutely. And I even do it again 5 minutes later. The egg stealing wasn't exactly popular with the owners. I tried to explain that it's about the Germans' GDP, but they didn't want to hear it. Hard to understand that some people aren't willing to give everything for a chancellor. Enemies bring in something heavily armored. I let the intern handle it. Rocket 1 hits, but he needs 5 minutes to process when I tell him to fire the second one. That's gonna cost him points in the B grade. At the end, I wipe out an endangered species, but take another look around, because earlier I found a bone collector that built hidden tunnels. If you follow the trail of bones, you find its nest. Good thing we found these crystals. This beauty of nature will of course be turned into the Chancellor's next Rolex. What else? Alright, enough messing around, we've got quotas to meet. Time to go. Naturally, no problems during the extraction. And now I'm standing here all alone because nobody joined me, but hey, that's the hustler lifestyle. More money for me. Okay, quick real talk. I figured out why nobody joined me. A certain bug is back. I don't know why, but it only affects a handful of people. There are connection issues with the servers. Strangely, I can still join friend lobbies and play solo. In DRG I can't join any public lobbies, do weekly quests or deep dive anymore. Oddly enough, the same issue happens to Helldivers 2, except there you can't do anything at all. I tried every solution I found online, nothing works except one thing, praying that it fixes itself, and I'm not joking. One day it suddenly worked again for about a week, and then the bug came back. Even in the forums, everyone who fixed it just said it suddenly started working again. I just hope it improves at some point. It's a shame because I also wanted to make an Incompetent and Monotonous Helldivers 2. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the video. I just wanted to mention it in case some developers sees this. Alright, time for mission 2. We're collecting a bit of spare change from the Chancellor Merz, but I figured I should send a Bavarian representative to reflect typical German values. My engineers seem perfect for that, with a beer barrel on his head and 2 turrets, so I have to do even less. Side mission, collect nuts. The higher ups want some tasty nut snacks while flying in their private jets. Then I genuinely got scared by the scrubber. Oh wait, wrong format. Of course I technically let myself get grabbed to give the insects an illusion of chance. Oh look, a 2-cent coin from the Chancellor, we found one already. While spreading some pest control, the intern brings me a battery. Apparently today's generation doesn't even know what that is anymore, they only know rechargeable ones. After a bit of looting, I one-shot this guy out of his winter sleep and make sure his uncle, aunts, kids and neighbors join him in hell. At least it's a family reunion down there, worse than hell. Then I find a cave full of expensive diamonds. The owners didn't like us stealing them, but all we need are some good western values, colonization and explosives. One coin later, I decided to do a side quest where we smash these stone crawlers with our pickaxe and get batteries that charge up our super strike. After showing gravel and rock who's boss at my place, since I smashed them with a pickaxe, I get my reward. A new victory pose. Shortly after, I find a crate that will be important later and run into a big problem. Electrosection Xenash. A mini boss that's hard to fight in a 5 square meter space. But thanks to modern housing prices, I'm used to small rooms, no problem. I got down for the first time, but luckily the intern can revive me 3 times. I one-shot the first phase and land a snipe that good that I had to double check editing if it was actually my gameplay. Time to repair the boss so it fights for us. Anyone who thinks the rest of the mission is easy is wrong. This thing has a 90% chance to hit, 10% to miss, 90% to hit the player. Second coin found, I get to walk all the way back to the start. Man, the new walking simulator 2042 looks great. New cave section, last coin found, nuts delivered, time to go. Oh wait, there was a crate back there. After an unironical 15-minute search, I find it buried in the grass. Thanks for that, Merkel. Oh wait, she's gone. Thanks, Friedrich. And what do I get? A weapon skin from a least played class, but hey, at least this looks cool. Time to leave, and this time actually without problems. The intern gets left behind and will probably die, a win-win situation. Quickly show off that I could have worked in a circus with these tricks, and that's it for today. Time for a third special. Unfortunately I'm not a pure Bavarian, but from MV, so I can't handle the beer, stumble around, die and wake up next to a penis in a glass. I didn't know it was Monday already. A quick follow-up to the follow-up. Guess whose game suddenly works again? I don't know why, but in Helldivers 2 I just waited a bit and in DRG I stood in the lobby a bit longer and suddenly everything works again. I guess it's black magic or Kowalski. One of the two. I'm leaning more towards Kowalski. No idea why, but it works again. So look forward to Incompetent and Monotonous for Helldivers 2. Is coming soon.